start? Start with try to make it big. My sense, it seems like what I hear is, in the beginning of our creation here, we chose 4 main qualities, and we each chose our own 4 that, for whatever reason, we liked at that beginning time. And those qualities stayed with us, apparently. So using past lives, okay, coming into the vortex, into the matter dimension, all along the way, those 4 qualities have been there. By the time you get to the tighter, let's say, human level of the vortex, some of the qualities aren't showing as pure as they really are. Some could be murky. Okay, yeah, using colors as an example. But part of our trek back to the more original has to include those 4 qualities. They're part of the trip. So the trip back has to include that, along with a little more room, the self that's there, a little understanding of the vortex of things, dimensionality. Anyway, so the qualities are a main piece there. The qualities make up the character. Okay. So I'm a different character than you are. My qualities are different. Okay. You're a different character than I am. So part of the return journey back is basic settling, opening. And if you're going to do a, what should we call it, lineage, a highlighting or lineage on qualities, the basics, settle, open, a little more room, and then you highlight that. You can expressly say, okay, what's a main quality for me, or what quality am I more comfortable with? Meaning it sort of comes up naturally. And when it's here, when that quality is here, not just showing, but being present, I sort of feel good in some way. Okay. So again, a couple of years ago, whenever it was, we did a little session where we did it that way. We said, we stood up, easy, settle, open. What quality comes natural for you? What quality is just easy? It's just quite often just there. And when it's there, you feel good or better or something. Okay. And we played with that for a bit. And I think people were experiencing their, which we call it, first quality, or their first easy major quality. Okay. Are we all right so far? Sort of, kind of. Okay. Anyway, a very important piece, qualities. The qualities mix up the character. Bobby, Robert, Nado, Sensei. Okay. It continues. Okay. Then we shift into archetypes. Okay. And there it really begins to major, where you get 4 archetypes. Okay. The archetype thing, you've maybe read about it. You've maybe seen a book with some examples of archetypes, but it's not just a knowledge thing. It has to be experienced, really. Okay. Let me, I don't know if I mentioned this before. A sensei in dialoguing with me likes to talk about the library, or the awareness knowledge part of things. So if you read Jung's book, or who else's book, Noah, quickly, who else is heavily into archetypes?
Gene Bolin is a psychiatrist who's written a lot about it.
Okay. And somebody else?
Joseph Campbell.
Thank you, Joseph Campbell. So a lot of information out there. If you want to read it, fine. But really, you can't say, oh, I understand it, I got it. We can't do that. We're the fuller of the experience is part of the journey. It's not just awareness of the journey and aware of this and aware of that. That's a piece, yeah, very important piece. Then there's again, Sensei's words, the library. Then you begin to fun around the laboratory. And you just fun around in there. So it's starting to be a little more experience. Okay. And as you continue, it's a fuller experience that he calls the gymnasium. So library, laboratory, gymnasium, where that's the beingness of it. Okay, so do we have a bit of a map there? Hope I said it well. Anything up to this point? Because I'm not sure. I get so involved in this stuff. I'm not sure sometimes what I'm saying or what you're hearing. Are we okay so far?
Yeah, I think so. I think actually that was good clarification. I haven't heard you put it that clearly before. From the library to the gymnasium and the experiment laboratory.
Yeah. No, I thought it was not a bad little presentation from Sensei. Experience and the fuller experience, the beingness of it, which then includes all those things, the knowledge of it and the different games, quote, that could be played in that level, and the fuller beingness of the whole thing. The trip back has to be experiential. It just can't be knowledge. I would say you won't be able to get to the original beingness, whatever you want to call it, the heavenly state, just with knowledge. Okay. It needs all those components, and experience is part of that trip, part of that journey. Okay. So we got, again, character, having an experience. Then we get into archetype, and it's not just aware of itself, it's feeling itself also. Okay. And we need all of that to return back. Oh, all right. Anybody, anything up to this point? I do a quick scan. Well, Kenny liked it. Did anyone else like it? Anything I skipped over, do you think?
Well, I feed back, what I thought I heard and have you correct, whatever misunderstanding may have happened. But what I'm hearing is we come in with 4 qualities. As we tighten down, as you said, they become less pure. I want to say they take less part or something. They don't show up as much as they should. And that our work here is bringing them back into a balance to achieve the heavenly state. Is that even close?
Yes, or not. I don't know, right there, bringing them back, moving into much finer where they're there at their better level.
Thank you.
Moving finer where they're there at even a better level. So we're moving through the Bobby Rabinado Sensei bullshit to the archetypes where they're even better, fuller. Then you're getting to an original something or other. So we're okay with that? Yeah.
No, I appreciate that. That's better said, of course.
All right. Let's do a simple. I'm going to start off with a partner. You don't need a partner for this. You can do this with your invisible partner. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Disarm. Okay. I'm going to do left and left, okay? Okay? So again, you don't need a partner, just imagine and that, okay? Now let's start very simple. There's a physical thing, yes, easy. We're a little better than that. Okay. Energy movement, okay? All right, an energy movement. Okay. Now, as we settle, open some more. That energy is a quality. Easy, settle, same, but it's a quality, and it's a field energy that's present. And in there's a quality. Okay. So that was an energy movement. Yes. But as we settle and open, change the word to a quality. A quality. Okay. Now, tell me what your quality is there. What's your quality? Let me start the game going. Well, it's receptive. The quality is receptivity. Okay. Or it's allowing. The quality is allowing. Allowing. What's the beginning sense of your quality? It may not be clear yet. We're at the beginning level of it, but I want to use this format for a simple intro, repeat again. Somebody talk to me.
Easy.
Huh?
Easy.
Easy.
Take it easy. Relax.
Whatever is easy. Could I say easy so this quality can be there? Easy. Okay, for me, easy kind of is similar to settling, opening. There is more space. And in the easiness, there's a receptivity or whatever your quality is there. Okay? Somebody? What's your first sense of a quality that used to be an energy, but now as we settle and open, starts to take on a quality? What's your word there? What's your sense of it? Hello in the world?
Smooth. Smooth.
Smooth.
Okay.
That's something that was nice. Thank you. Because I went from, this is Dusty, I went from anxiety. And then when I went a little deeper, it was
Of
more
course you
like,
got anxiety. You're Dusty. Stop it. Where are we now?
sorry. It went from more like, it was at first it was anxiety. But then when we went a little bit deeper, it was eagerness. Because I like, I wanted to go fast and take off. And, but
Okay. So let me go over so far your first two. Anxiety. So Dusty is earlier ultra sensitive. So just that what I call energy, just basic energy that's present to have this happen. That energy is making him anxious, so he calls it anxiety. Okay, that's fine. Easy and settle some more. What is it there? And then he gets the eagerness word. Oh yeah, let's do this. And you see that on the mat a lot. People start to get a little energy and they're attacking the attacker instead of, in this case, allowing, receiving, whatever. And one more level, Dusty, are you there? One more level following that?
yeah, below the eagerness is there's actually calmness.
Okay. Okay. And that's fine. That's fine.
And kind of like what, well, like what you were talking about with the 4 qualities like information in that calmness.
Okay, that's what I was looking for, something in the calmness. Okay, calmness could be fine. But within calmness, there's information. Oh, his body moves this way. Oh, so there's information about what's going on. Okay, yeah, I'm okay there so far. Sort of, kind of. Thank you, Dusty.
You.
Everybody, let's go another level. So I'm going to step back. Okay, so that this quality, we said it was just basic energy, and we settle and open and say, yeah, but it's really a quality. And you start to pick it up in the early stages. I want to go continue easy and settle. I'm going to step back to represent a little fuller. So easy, settle, open, easy. In this realm here, okay, we got to get out of the mind realm. We got to go boom, boom, boom. Run in here, easy. And in this step back form, the quality is more fully here. If I were watching you on the mat, how would I know the quality is more actually there? Because you wouldn't be doing that. Okay. I'd see your whole body move a certain way. I'd see a shift from frontal awareness to easy, fuller quality, to a lot of back. There's a lot of back. So things I can kind of see. Well, you often tell how you're progressing with this. Everybody on this, from forward to back, fuller. It's now a fuller quality. You might have been right in what you said before, but in this more open, fuller, it might be righter. Might change the name a little bit. Okay, so everyone take your time here. From forward to back. There's a quality here. And at this level, at this dimensional level, what's the quality? You can play easy. What's the quality? Let me think about it. No, damn it, don't go there. Let me see, let me think. It's a inner sensing experience. It's an inner sensing experience. Easy. It's talking. And you'll hear it in some form. In some form. You all have different forms of hearing, and some of you see things, others hear things, others just get a sense of something. So you've got your own little style there, whatever. But in this bigger sense, boom, boom. What's the quality now? Get ready.
Allowing.
Okay. So we went from energy to the beginnings of a quality to fuller, that quality fuller, that quality truer. What was your quality at the step
Sensei,
back?
this is Amy from Oakland.
Oakland, Amy, go.
So my initial quality was curiosity. And as I stepped back, I don't know how to give it a word, but it was like, oh, that's who you are. I don't know what that is, though. I don't know how to define that. Like, oh, that's who you are. So it was like a deeper curiosity, is more like interested in them as a person.
Okay. Curiosity led you to who you are. Is that what you're saying? Who you are?
Well, who this person is, or like if I was with a partner, it's like, oh, that's who you are. Like you are like, I like want to really get to know you now.
Yeah. Okay. 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 No.
I don't know if that's like just a deeper level of curiosity or if there's a word for that.
That's why we hang out. That's called the laboratory. You hang out, you play, you
Yeah,
let it
so that's-
unfold.
That's my initial.
You guys
word.
gotta play. You guys gotta play. That's why reading the book ain't gonna be good enough. You pick up some knowledge, yeah, that's cool. Now you gotta play with it and go dimensionally, playing with it and go dimensionally, kind of thing. All right. So you just can't watch me on Fridays and that's it. I'm sorry, you can't. I spend hours on my that's my play yard, on my front porch, playing and double checking. And I got so many things to check. Yeah. Anyway, on that. Somebody, this larger thing there, what was that for you?
Mike from New Zealand. Initially, my feeling was inviting, or the experience was inviting, and then it moved on to allowing. Allowing.
Okay, yeah, good pattern. First, oh yeah, oh, you invite them. Okay, easy, larger. Oh, they are allowed. Yeah, so, and as you experience those words, they have a little different feeling, right? For lack of words, they have different feeling. Inviting has a different feeling than allowing. Yeah. So if you experience the words, they can feel that, oh, this is different. Oh, this is better, or whatever. Yeah. The experience. Just, oh, I understand those words. Invite, yes. Allow, yes. I understand. It is not going to do it. Some experience in there. Continuing.
Yes, I felt the inviting in the beginning was, well, a little bit of me kind of in control and yeah, in control, I guess. And then the allowing was me just almost the I bit stepping aside.
The I. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
The difference between I invite, and the allowing me. Let me see. Me who allows. Allowing. It's fuller. It's vibes different. It's better. It's blah blah blah. Okay, somebody.
Connection. Mine was connection.
Okay. Yes, in allowing there is a connection. Let me see. Yeah, yes. Let me hang with that for a moment. Do you have a first word before connection? Like inviting or allowing or something?
What came first was the very first was roundness. There was something about roundness and then fullness, and then it went to connection. Okay. It felt a little bit like what Amy was saying, almost the sort of an engagement with that was coming in, like a connection.
Yeah, no, a connection is going to crop up for most everybody in some form. So yeah. If you remember, I recall it properly, I often in doing a class of something like this on the mat would talk about a connection but there'd be that sense of being connected and. So I think I often brought that up, maybe even as a first word. It's nice to be settled and open. We're at a connecting level and being connected. That, yeah. Thank you. Okay. I wanted to get into the importance, and it's, I think, often missed, or usually missed, that inherent in a major quality, there is and I have to come up with the words I'm using tonight. the inherent partner to that quality within that. See, here's the problem. I hope I don't confuse you. All these guys will eventually partner with each other. You get this one, maybe that one wants to partner with it. You get those two, maybe those two then want to partner with it. Eventually, all four will be hanging out as a unit. Okay. All right. And now at that level, anyway. So to say partner, I got to be careful because I can say, okay, here's a major. What's its partner? And you say, oh, that's the partner. And it's like, not quite yet, not quite yet. Okay. Either you jumped, but you're going to miss that there's a partner within that and a partner within that partner. Yeah. Okay. Are we sort of, oh, did I say that right? I hope. So where am I going? Receptive and if okay, let me slide by here for a moment. It's kind of like I am a Nado. Okay. Right? My father was a Nado. I'm a Nado. But if we kind of think about it, it's not quite right. So a lot of people hyphenate and add in their mother's name or vice versa. Okay. Smith Jones or something. They have a hyphenated last name, two names. Could we say that it's kind of like that? Bear with me. That I'm a Nado. But a lot of my, quote, feminine input is from mom, who's a LeBlanc. So really, my name should be Nadeau LeBlanc or LeBlanc Nadeau. Within Nadeau, there's a counterpart equal to it. Did that come across? I was wondering about that layout.
Yeah.
No. Oh. That within a major quality, inherent in a major quality, is its self partner. So, okay, let's stand. Let's play with that allowing, inviting. I don't know if I need you here. Let's see. Okay. We'll try it this way with, oops, wrong camera. We'll try it this way with the move. So there is this quality, okay? And that quality. So there's a this, and within that whole structure is that. Are you following me? Are you playing? Here's a major quality at this level. There's a major quality. And it within itself is its own partner. That step represents its own partner. Bearing with me? So if this is, let's say, receptive or allowing or magnetic or whatever, and what's its partner? What's its partner inherent in there? Don't go, let me look for the other partner. Don't go out there. I don't want to pick up a different major quality. Within this quality, this and that. What is that? Play a minute. Keep playing. Will I adjust? Okay. Did that work?
Yes, it did.
Who dat?
This is Sassoon.
Sassoon, give us the this and that in words.
So this was structure. I got a feeling of the bones and the structure of the body, how it was stacked up, and just it came through, and even of my imaginary uke, how that kind of the structures work together. And then asking, okay, what's the partner? Opening up. got a hit of juice.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
energy,
Energy.
juice or energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
okay, I could.
Let me jump in. Isn't that my classical frame and flow?
Right.
No?
Yes.
Yes.
You
Yes.
use
Yes.
different words, but isn't that my classical? There's a framework. And at a better level, the heretofore silent partner or heretofore not so obvious partner starts to show. So there's frame and flow. And then they begin to really dance. Flow and frame and flow. Yeah, are we on the same page? Sassoon? Thank you. He said, yes, we are. I read his lips. Didn't hear anything, but there you go. Somebody, are you catching on to this? Am I saying it right? Help.
Mine was truth. I also felt I could feel the difference. I could feel there was the first quality, and then suddenly it was the strong sense of truth.
Okay, and say the first one again. Give me a
The
word.
first one was connection.
Connection.
May I?
And in your business, we could say with a good connection, you understand them better. Something there is truth in that. And in a truer, then you're getting a feeling for truth, there might be a better connection. They'll start to reverse and dance back and forth, so to speak.
Yeah,
Again,
kind of.
Yeah. You play, see, this is laboratory time again. You play with things and see how it continues to lay out, how they, and may want to change words as you open up more. That's your playing time. Yeah. I just want to remind people that I think it's very important to get the inherent partner of any main quality. The balance of things will be better. It seems like what I hear also is just the one quality. Somebody could, it's not balanced enough. Then you start spinning a certain way and topsy-turvy. That this balance factor of each one, and then another main one comes in and it's balanced, and you have at that level balance and balance. And the third one, fourth one, till eventually at that very advanced level of beingness, it's fully balanced because all the ingredients, all the qualities are balanced, so that being at that level is wow with balance. He's balancing the entire world or entire universe, or so it's very advanced, very fancy, following that same pattern. Hope my words are coming across. Help.
Sensei, it's Justin. I'm glad you mentioned balance, because I wasn't quite putting it into words, but my first was harmony and then fuller harmony. But within the harmony, there was a balance of open and close and receptive, positive, and it being harmony, its own partner in a way. That perfect harmony is, it includes the balance of things, like a fully receptive and fully positive, and a back and a front, and the partner also resonating uke nage with you, as I saw, in a fully harmonious way with a balanced moment there.
Let me jump back to Aikido example as I see it with my eyes. You see somebody who is, let's say it's a Yokomen Shionage. Anyway, a technique where you have to be receptive in the first part, and as it turns, it becomes positive. Let's say that's sort of a basic there. And you see there, some guys, especially the guys, very short on the receptive. Short receptive and a big blah, boom. on the finishing positive, what they would call. And you might see somebody else, probably higher percentage with the females, a little fuller on the receptive and maybe a little scared of the positive. Again, not 100% here, people. I'm just saying, generally speaking, okay? What you'd like to see is the size, the sense of the weight of the energy, bear with me, the equal field of receptive being equal to the field of positive. They're starting to be in balance. There's no, I hate this, I love that. I love the hit. Okay. So you see that in a basic Aikido class with virtually any technique, every technique, right? Keep your eyes open, you'll see.
And it's represented in the Tai Chi, that yin yang, where it's not fully white or black, but they're perfectly collaborating with each other. And there's a little yin inside of yang and a little yang inside of yin, and they're becoming one another and controlling, but supporting each other in their development.
Yeah, yeah. And this goes on in more original and more original and more original, heading towards the origin of creation and your original state, who you really, really, really are. That's the journey. And so you'll run into other levels all along the way. Quite likely you'll run into this pattern of whatever, he, she, yin, yang, the ya-yi to the ma-mi, the center to the circle and the circle to the center. There's all kinds of variations. The ah to the o, and the o to the ah, whatever. All kinds of variations. Okay. But you'll notice they're all harmonious practices. Okay. Certain amount of balanced in there where they feel like they're dancing or in harmony. For me, it's a doorway. That's nice. I can hang out there for a bit and be whoever I am at that level. That's fun, but not forever. I get that experience, sense, whatever, of that harmony. And then for me, that's a doorway. And I move into the next finer dimension and repeat the game at that level and see how it wants to show if it's doing it Tuesdays there at that level. Wow. Somebody?
Yeah, it's Mike.
Mike?
Yes. The words didn't come easily initially, but the words that did come out eventually were acceptance, completion. That was my sense of the second half of the process.
Yeah, isn't it? Let's change the setup. You need a certain amount of information to finish the project. Assessment completion. Is that different wording, but is that not the same storyline? No? Let me try.
Yes, because I had done what I wanted or needed to do to complete the situation. So yes, I'd gathered the information.
You've got enough whatever to complete it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
if you don't have enough bricks, then you can't complete your walkway.
And that's the thing, you have to get enough through the allowing and the invitation. Yeah, as you say, information, energy, whatever, to be able to complete.
Yeah. So and you're saying they're within each other, those two. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to lay out. Inherent partner. My storyline on that, by the way, an old one. I used to use the one of the Napoleon's time. I think they got a new movie on Napoleon coming out, right? So in Napoleon's time, there's Napoleon in his tent, and a rider rides up, and his horse is all sweaty, and realize the rider's been riding hard and fast. And he said, Napoleon, the other army is coming. It's not like Napoleon says, okay, everybody, let's go do something here. He takes that reporter, that scout, that whatever his title is, and says, how many were there, do you think? Did they look fresh or did they look exhausted? Could you tell if it was the old warriors, the advanced ones who dress a bit different than the new younger kids, whatever? He needs more information so he can meet the enemy, but he needs the information so he can meet the enemy properly. How many cavalry do they have? How many infantry? Stuff like that. You don't just say, oh, okay, and jump into battle. Napoleon never do that way. Anyway, oh God, where are we?
That was really great. Thank you, Sensei. No, it was, and it's something I think I've been innately aware of, but not actually had put into words before. Is this need to fully gather, and you've taught it before in classes.
Oh,
you've got to fully gather the information before you can resolve the situation. And there's a tendency to gather a little bit and then want to get it finished.
Especially for the guys. And so my sense there is that's a receptive quality. A lot of guys don't like the feminine of receptivity. They're not comfortable with it. I'm a macho guy. So anything that hints, anything that feels like receptivity to a lot of guys is a weakness. They haven't doubled up their system to realize she, whatever she is in this case, is strong. He's pretty cool, but she's his partner and she is strong in her own way. Yeah, not strong in a positive way, but very strong in a receptive way. That's why sometimes you can be so receptive, Uke's already flying down and you haven't gotten into your sort of positive stance. It's just like, boom, and he's gone already. Oh, shit, I didn't get to finish my technique. Anyway, blah, blah.
And of course, the receptive comes before the positive. In that situation, so if you're not experiencing the receptive, the positive is not going to work out.
Not very well. Yeah, they tend to clash a bit. Yeah, positive comes in too fast on another positive coming in. Right. Yeah. Anyway, blah blah. Okay, somebody different angle on it here. Is this sense of a main quality and it's inherent? Is that starting to make sense to you? Do you understand why I tried to lay out what I thought was not a bad example of Leblanc, Nadeau, Leblanc? All right. That in just sort of being the male lineage, I may not be opening to the softer, whatever lineage that mom had. Okay. That within me is this and that. I am macho Nadeau, and I am more whatever Leblanc. Leblanc Nadeau, Nadeau Leblanc. That it's inherent in me. Is all I was trying to say with that. Is that all right, sort of? My guy over here says it's all right, but what does he know? Somebody, are we okay so far? You can talk to me. You're allowed.
Hi, Sensei. I like that. It feels like it takes some pressure off of that archetype or whatever, that sensation. It by there being, for example, for me with anxiety, for there being other components to it,
careful there. The truth of it might be a better way of saying. Not, I'm anxious. Now, what's the other components over here? And anxiety. Okay, easy, settle, open with a sense of a finer dimension. What is that really? And for example, let's go through these fast. For example, whoa, it's a lot of energy movement. I can feel it. I can feel the heat of it or whatever. Okay. and it's pushing. Okay. Does it mean it's trying to push me someplace? No, no, easy, easy. Settle, open, allow with the sense of moving into the next finer dimension, following that lineage of anxiety, being pushed by a force. What is it really at this finer level? What is it really? So I would rather say it that way than the way that you're saying it.
Yeah, I
I don't
appreciate
think that anxiety and and you're still at the same level with a bunch of different words.
Huh?
Bah,
No, that was
bah, bah. Very important, very important. What is
thank
it
you.
really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. See, I've told these stories before, but let me go over that one again. I said in my younger years of meditating and stuff, I had a lot of anger. I like the idea of killing somebody, let's say. That could come too fast and easy for me. I want to kill that son of a bitch. And really sort of meant it. And I realized, I can't keep allowing that because I'm too young and handsome to go to jail. So I was in my sitting days. I said, let me sit with that. And I sat. Okay, I want to kill. Probably, I don't remember now, it's many years ago, 50, whatever years, 60, whatever years ago. Easy. Settling and opening with a sense, not that I use those words then, but what is it really at this level? And it wasn't quite kill, but it was like red hot and could explode like a volcano. Okay, and I'd hang out for some minutes again with the volcanic effect. Okay. And I could understand why cartoonists would draw a picture of somebody very angry blowing their top. Oh, it made total sense to me because I kind of experience. Oh yeah, what a good way to do a cartoon for that. Anyway, and I continued settle and open, whatever way I was doing it in those days, and eventually got to a place where it was just one hell of a lot of power. But the power itself had no agenda. The power itself didn't say kill. The power just was being powerful. I realized, oh my God, there's a lot of power in creation or the world or something. Power. And okay. And then I said, shit, I think I'm onto something. If wanting to kill and anger leads to just power where there's no feeling about killing or whatever, it's just powerful, then maybe every other word, does the same thing. So, word, yeah, what is it really, open? And it's a little bit different here. Following that same word lineage, easy, settle, open. What is it here? So I got in the habit, I learned that trick of in a smaller space, even a very pure quality can come out bad, okay? As you settle and open, you're getting to the finer of it. You don't change it. Some spiritual people try to take quality and oh, that's angry, I'm going to turn it into something else. Don't turn it into something else. Let it be itself at its finer state. And that's part of your job to do, your ability. Okay. What's the word? Teja's not on tonight. Noah, what's the word? Not transmute something, but you know what I mean?
Transformation.
Transform it? Is that the word they use? Hello? Is that the word they use?
Yes.
Okay. Don't transform it. You settle and open. So the truth of it, the finer dimensional level of it can be there. Okay. And do that with anything and everything. Yeah. As soon as I caught on to what I was doing with that kill to power, I realized there's something big going on here. This was important. So that was one of my big insights that I don't forget because it was a biggie at the time. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Not an observation, not a question. Yes.
I have a question. I have a question.
Florida, Diana.
Florida, Diana. So what we played with was the one quality, and then it's kind of its partner.
Inherent partner. Let's call it tonight. It's inherent partner. Okay.
So is that like 2 of those 4 squares that we're playing?
No, that's what I'm trying to get across. No.
We're still in that one. We're still in that one square.
Yes. I think there'll be a lot of confusion if you do that without knowing quite what you're doing.
So my question is, okay. So that's what I wanted to clarify that. So my question is
very important. I wanted to clarify that.
Right. I want to make sure I understood. So we're playing in that one square. So in these weeks until the next session that we have, should we be exploring some of those other squares? And do you have any suggestions on how to do that?
Good. A good question. Thank you. How I play it? Okay. Again, the one I mentioned was to get people started. You don't see some of these qualities you're more familiar with, but I think 1 or 2 of them. Let's do it this way. 1 and 2 are 1 is very pleasant. 2 is, oh yeah, I like that one too. Okay. 3 and 4 might now start to be a little shaky for you. Let's say, just bear with me. And 3 could take you longer to get a sense of, because it's not been in play or not been in play at a better level of itself. And you may have a 4th one that could be a monster quality to you, one that you kind of screwed up, or your existence in that life, let's call them a past life thing, that quality came at you from the outside. And so when you say, let me feel all my qualities, if a quality comes in that's one you have no experience with or had a bad go around with in a previous life, it's going to come in kind of, you got a monster. But again, back to the basics. Don't panic on monsters. Take your time, easy, take your time. And eventually, dimensionally, as you go through it, it's an ally. It's a beautiful quality that is helping to sustain you. It's part of your makeup. It's one of your 4 that make you up and continue to make you up finer and finer and finer. Did I say that right? Yeah? Diana, did I say that right?
And yeah, I understand what you're saying. My question is more, what is a particular practice you're suggesting to invite those qualities and to invite the qualities to show up?
Okay, I got sidetracked there. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so back again to your question. I try to control it a bit by saying that quality that is a common one for me that I really like, and when it's here, I really enjoy the day. I enjoy me. I enjoy the day. Okay, I do that purposefully. I don't want to call up, especially to newer people, call up your monster quality. I don't want to do that to people. They won't be able to handle it. Well, I'm going to lose them. But you feel your nice qualities. Say, oh, shit, qualities are nice. Wow. Then you've got a little experience. Then when we move into a quality that hasn't had quite as many turns, your second quality, let's say, it's okay, not quite showing so fast, but easy. The second quality that would like to come into play. Because of your first experience, the first one just being there nicely, you have a little more patience maybe with the second one that might be a little bit slower in showing, and a little bit slower in you being clear, getting the sense experience or hearing it, so to speak, part. So you're already on a potential winning track. You've learned certain tricks of the trade. Now we'll continue. Someplace around the 3rd one and 4th one, it seems like, that one of them there could be, again, this quality that was there in the previous life. Let's use that game. And it was misunderstood, and there's some about it. When that quality, as you open, quite likely that quality says, finally, there's room for me to come in. And it starts to come in. And if you don't know, there could be a quality that looks like Jaws coming to get you. Okay. Or the snake pit thing. What are the fucking snakes biting on me? What is that? Okay. Easy. You've had a little previous experience. So if you happen to bump, and I'm giving you a heads up, don't be shocked by it. But it's still a quality. I know it doesn't look like one. I know it doesn't quite feel like one. Because as soon as it starts to show something, and they get all twisted like they got in their previous life, or when Daddy was on his drunken thing and he kind of screwed you up a bit there. Bear with it. Bear with it. See, if you know what's going on, that helps to sort of bear with it, because a lot of people won't. Certain energies come up, and I've seen people virtually run. What a shame. A major in their system is trying to show that it's there, but they don't know what the hell it is, and they feel that push, and they're out of here. I'm sure in some form you've seen that before. I've seen it in class more than once. Okay. It's not unusual. I'll use a woman because there was something happened the other day. I've had classes where a woman, for no apparent reason, will just start crying in class. No one's hurt her. You know, no one's yelled at her for being a dumb practitioner. She'll just start crying. And oftentimes it's like, I don't know, I'm crying. And they feel embarrassed about crying. Oh, their quality had more emotional content to it. And as they were doing Aikido and opening, or certain techniques may have brought it out. But anyway, there it is. But it touches their emotionality quality, however to word that. And they're suddenly crying for no reason. And they're wondering why they're crying for no reason. Okay. Now let's say dumber ones will make up a story about, say, I'm crying, there must be a reason. And I'm crying because Nado doesn't speak clearly, or the mat's too hard, or it's too cold in this room. I don't know. So you can go off and make up stories which are bullshit. Let's stay with the main theme, I would say to them. You're just getting a bunch of energy. Good. Your system grows with this incoming energy, potted plant theory. But this quality is touching the emotionality part. Let's just hang out with it for a bit. You want to cry? Feel free. Cry. But let's continue also with easy, settle, open. What is this really? It's not just a quiet cry push. It's finer. And it'll clarify and explain and be present better at that level. So don't know if I've got anything across there. Brad, did you follow any of that? Was that almost? Diana, is that? Okay, so Diana, again, continuing, continuing. You can call up qualities, okay? You can have, for this sitting sessions for an hour, whatever, I want to play with qualities, easy, settle. And usually if you call on something, it will show. There are little exceptions sometimes where you want to play with qualities and your system says, hell no qualities today. Today is a self day or something. But usually, settle, open, you call up a particular, the particular will begin to show, and you're on a lineage that, in this case, a lineage of qualities. So you have some, I'm going to say control over it, but you can line up what you want to practice. Okay. Is that, did I explain enough? Diana, back at me? Did I?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, that makes sense. So we can just set time aside to say, okay, I'm open right now to see what quality is going to show up.
Yeah.
And other times it might simply be that we notice a quality that sort of just comes to us without us actually looking for it, maybe. But yeah, I think I have an idea on how to practice.
And then if you can, in a certain way, however you notice it, say, oh, and then go, oh, okay, on Sleeper Avenue. I walked out of the door. There's a tall tree there. It's been there ever since I owned a house, right? And I walk out of the front door every day, probably more than once. One day I walk out and say, oh, what a tall, straight tree. Suddenly it dawned on me, shit, that tree's been there forever. It's always been straight and tall. I went back to the sitting room and said, okay, what's going on? I go inner and start with this tall tree and sit. And of course, it was a major on being more centered. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if something catches your attention, whenever I had a chance, I'd go back and double check it. Okay. So that's why I tell these dumb stories. The other dumb story is being in the elevator with this old lady, and I'm really eyeballing her. Now, you know me in those days. I'm not that into old ladies, right? I mean, she was an old lady, but I'm like sort of fascinated by her. Way past my norm, way past the norm. I go home and say, what the hell was that about? And I sit, open, whatever. Following that old lady in the elevator really caught my attention. Easy, settle, open. What I got to was a level dimension of ancient female wisdom. It was a very interesting experience, ancient female wisdom. Okay. I noticed that Esalen, she's an Esalen girl. I noticed that Esalen, often I'd be there for a week and not even notice the ocean. Other times I'd be, oh shit, look at the ocean. Wow. And I'd go stand there and really appreciate it more than a few minutes and more than the first or 2 days. Well, the ocean was something about the vastness of space within, let's say, da-da. So that was I was noticing that because what wanted to go on inside was trying to show. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, so that's a good catch that you in some form notice a quality. And if it really catches your attention, why did it catch your attention? I would surmise something's going on here to say, hey, look at that. That's related to me. Did you see that? No, come back here and get into the main of it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, if you're more advanced now and you want to play with this quality that I've sort of skirted around, quality that whenever it starts to show, I tighten down and I turn the TV set on and get involved in a movie. Quality when it starts, I think it's time for a drink. Katja, where's the whiskey? Okay. When you have enough little practice and experience, you might do that. Say quality, easy, settle, open. Quality that I'm not used to. Quality that heretofore has been a bit of a monster to me. Could you, but now you can sort of control it. I don't know if control is the right word. You can say, okay, now apparently I'm a little leery of you, so don't be too fast. I'll do my best, but you hang out with me and I'll do my best to let you be present as part of the mix, which is what you want to do. But be easy on me here. Don't show too horrible, so to speak. So in that sense, a little more advanced now, in that sense, you can start to play with, in case, you probably do, I think we all do, I think, the quality that you haven't allowed historically, the quality you once had a trouble with and you stayed away from it ever since, to call it up and take it slower, but do the same process. That'd be cool work. Because again, we need all four in our return back to our original perfect state, whatever you want to call that. I think I covered it pretty good, Diana.
Am I still in here? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do the work.
Somebody.
Sensei, it's Justin. I have a question that piggybacks on what Diana was asking. So as we're inviting a quality, maybe a familiar one at first, can you tie that practice in with what you said about it having its own partner within and it being more fully of what it is, with the yin and yang of that one quality to be sort of fully immersed in what that one is, to get a sense of what its story is, or
Yeah. Well, again, then you can bring in a character there. Okay. Let's see. One that's been showing for me. I bumped into him a little bit through the years, just little pieces of them. But as I sort of more major in this, I'm at a better level, it's showing better. Okay, here's one. I at first call him the glass man. Okay. Now I'd say, I'm trying to remember here. Clarity. A sense of clear, being clear. And then this other word kicks in there as its counterpart. We're talking about clarity. If there is clarity, I can see clearly, or I can see clearly with this clarity. So it's like two glassy things working together. So I bounce off of that. Okay. So clarity. Or my Buddha archetype, wisdom, boom, vast sense of wisdom, and calmness, wisdom. And in now feeling the character, I feel, oh, this character really sits deep. No wonder they got the Buddha sitting, sort of looking heavy sitting. That's what I was feeling. Really deep-seated, calm wisdom, calm, da-da. Stuff like that. So once you get a harmony, then you can bring in, well, who's the character here? Yeah.
And this bridges into the conversation you started regarding archetypes.
Archetypes is just more advanced level of Bobby Robert Nadeau. Could I say it that way? Is that right? Okay. In a finer dimension, you actually get to experience your archetype, which is what I was trying to say about the Buddha feeling that. And actual, wow, I was feeling. That's the archetype character feeling himself, I am. It's part of me. So I don't run out and be a Buddhist. It's part of me. It's internal. It's me wisdom, me clear glassy, me whatever. It's my world, my universe. If the Buddha helped me remember about this, thank you. Boom. Now it's this. If Christ helped me remember something, hey, thanks. Now it's this. A lot of people get caught up in the teachings, and they don't do that much inside. They think because they understand, they're doing it. No. Doing it is doing it. The actual, I'm aware of experience. Yes, but are you experiencing? No, but I understand it. That ain't going to be good enough. So another picture or addition I would draw here is, this would be let's say, and I draw it this way, the experiential part of the system. And this one, the awareness part of the system, or the idea and then the juice of it. Or in some cases, the circle of it, the center of it. Different ways you can work this, and you can work them back and forth. Does that help any? Very important that, by the way, the problem we have, a problem we have, a problem we have. Always have had for centuries, still going on. Again, bring up old stories. There was a reason O-sensei stayed with a physical thing. He said to me, I could have drawn so many more people and had such a bigger audience if I had taught just the upper awareness part. But he said there are other people teaching that. Right? So in teaching this, a lot about this body along with this and this along with that, he wanted to do it fuller. Good piece of work, O-sensei. Good piece of work, because a lot of people major in that. Not to put them down, but it's not the fuller picture. We need the fuller to go the distance. Okay. So saith not dough for what it's worth. We're about finishing up on time. Any last things so you're not too much in a frazzle tonight?
Sensei Bob here.
Hey, Bob there.
I think what you were laying out about your experience with going from kill to power,
Huh?
and how some of the qualities may first appear as monsters and people turn away from them. I think it's one of the most fundamental difficulties of the human condition that you've laid out there, and you've laid out a path for how to overcome it, which is not shrinking from the monster, but asking, who are you really? And just keep asking that question and get more and more dimensionally deep as you experience the answer. It may sound simple, but I think.
Well, the actual doing of it in a certain way isn't simple, because you got to sit on your own snake pit, whatever.
Exactly.
You know, you put your ass over the side of the boat, and the sharks are you see the sharks, you feel the sharks, and yet I'm asking you to put your ass in the water.
But you've given some practices.
Huh?
You've given some practices, and another thing you said, which relates to this, that you said tonight, is if you know what it is that you're experiencing when you experience the monster, it helps you hang in there, and then the development can occur because you haven't walked away from it.
Yeah. And even in the beginning, it takes guts to hang in when you're being, I need some words here, Bob, being all anxious, all uptight, all frazzled, all whatever you
Horrified.
To suddenly go, wait, let me hang with this. And you got to even stay with that for some moment to begin to certain ways not easy, but it is easy, but in a certain way it isn't easy. You got to,
It's just a huge thing you've laid out there and a path to work with it.
Yeah, if people could have some experience with this and knew this, a lot of things in life would be a lot easier, better for them. Yeah. The basics, they're being pushed dramatically. This quality is trying to show. Every quality wants its turn. It's part of the bigger system. But if they get pushed and crowded into anxiety and shit, then they have to go off and make up stories, which pisses me off no end. The stories they make up because they're under pressure. But it's their pressure that's pushing them into making up stories. Okay. Or pushing them to the psychiatrist's couch when I could use the money. Whatever. Anyway. Oh, God.
That's your story.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we're finishing up now here. So the Next one is the 15th. No, I got off. What's the next one?
The
December 1st.
1st of December.
Okay. Oh, there we go. December 1st, next class. Yes.
And then no class the rest of December,
Being
right?
lazy, we'll take the month off, the rest of the month, and back on January 5th. But it's a good opportunity to sit and play with your qualities. Don't get too busy with. Don't try to call up 3 at a time or something. Just hang out with the first one and the finder of that. You don't want to smear. You don't want to smear them. Okay. And again, I think it's very good practice to get the, what do we call it, inherent partner of that quality. Okay. And then if you want, as I mentioned to whoever, as you play with that partner and its inherent partner, whatever, or quality and its inherent partner, any place it feels kind of, yeah, that's cool. You can also do a little aside there and say, now, who is the character that this quality is mixing up? Okay. And get into that a little fuller. And what does that character do with or in the world? So you can just hang at that level of presence with a quality, whatever the right words are, and who you character are there, and who you character in the world. So you can fun around there. It's fun. It's fun game. Thanks for hanging out tonight. See you when I see you. Yeah, thank you.
Very much, Sensei.
Yep.
Really appreciate it. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Bob.
We'll see you December
Thank you,
1st.
and thank you, everyone. Happy holidays.
Look.
Thanks,
Thank
Roy.
you, Sensei.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Roy,
Sensei.
thanks for sitting in.
Thank you so
Happy
much.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, crew.
Yeah, and thanks to the crew. Always appreciated the effort.
Absolutely.
We're wrapped.